Hello everyone. There are two different ways to lay out information in Canvas. One way is known as pages, and the other way is known as modules. I prefer modules, and that's how this class is laid out. So today we're going to talk about the structure of the module, and I have chosen week 2 because it's representative of what most of the weekly modules look like. So right at the top of the module here we have a checklist, and so I've made these checklists to help you guys figure out what you need to accomplish. If you click on the checklist, it'll bring up essentially, literally, a checklist of items that you need to do in order to complete all your assignments for the week. So I recommend checking these out each week, and it'll help you stay on top of things and make sure you don't forget any submissions and assignments and whatnot. Just below the checklist you'll find the materials, and this is primarily going to be the PowerPoint slides, and sometimes there's other files in there, but primarily PowerPoint slides. So you have the option of referring to the textbook or going through the PowerPoint slides. They cover more or less the same material. Just figure out what works better for you, but it's of course my expectation you'll be working your way through these and familiarizing yourself with the content each week. So down below here we have this ominously named section called exam preparation. So I want to point out a big part of your grade for the class is going to be your performance on exams. And so I've crafted this section of the module to help you prepare for those exams, because although mastering is great and the homework assignments there are awesome, but they don't really give you the most beneficial type of practice for a paper exam. And so that's the point of this section here. So right here, for instance, we have a significant figures activity. So if you click on these files labeled as activities, it'll download a Word file and you can print that out and handwrite on it. Essentially, it's a worksheet for you to complete. And for each one of these activities, we also have a video listed. And so once you've downloaded and printed out that worksheet, you can watch the video. And the video gives you some assistance and some instruction to help complete those activities. And so once you've completed the activity, you can then upload it. So there's a link here to upload the activity. And essentially what I'll be looking for here is not so much did students get every question correct when I grade these. I'm going to be more looking for did people really give this a good strong effort. So I want to point out what should you do if you need help with these? Well, I'd recommend visiting the discussion boards. So part of your grade this quarter will be your participation in the discussion boards, and that's just a great place to ask for and get help around these activities. And so each week you'll have anywhere from 1 to 3 of these activities with videos to complete and upload. And so further down we have a worksheet and a worksheet key. So these are just further practice problems, and the worksheets are not graded. So again, you will be uploading these activities, but the worksheets are not graded. So down below right here we have our mastering homework. And so mastering is the online homework system for this class. And unfortunately, mastering isn't directly integrated into Canvas. The publisher and the creators of Canvas haven't gotten the software to work together like that. So it's an external link, an external web page that you have to go to. And so if you click right here, it gives you a link to that web page and tells you the due date and how many points it's worth and so on and so forth. But if we go back to our previous page here, one thing you'll be asked for when you set up your account in Mastering is the course ID. And if you go up to week 1 here, you can see the course ID listed right here. It's essentially a password, so people who aren't part of the class don't register for Mastering. So that's where the online homework is located. Down below we have the lab section, which is sort of self-explanatory, but we have several different sort of links in here. And so the first one is a link to the procedure. You can click that and download a file that gives you the procedure for the lab. Just below that we have a pre-lab quiz. So once you've read and perused the procedure, you want to take the pre-lab quiz here. And you need to complete that by midnight the night before lab in order to receive credit. And I don't accept late pre-lab, so make sure you complete that on time. And just a heads up, these things are on the checklist too, so you can keep an eye on that checklist in the calendar to watch for these dates. Below that we have a lab report template. So for your lab report, you'll be downloading this lab report template and essentially using Word to type in your answers. And once you've typed in your answers, you use this link here to upload it, and I'll grade an electronic version of it and leave comments for you. And then finally, the last portion of the module is going to be these optional third-party videos. and I've broken them down by who made them. So we have a bunch from Crash Course, a bunch of Isaac's videos, and then some Khan Academy videos. And so, watch these if you find them helpful. You might find that you like one of these three different video creators. And I've also oriented them from essentially lowest level of detail. The crash courses are the fastest, lowest level of detail, to the highest level of detail being the Khan Academy videos, with the Isaac videos being sort of intermediate between. So that's how the modules are laid out. They're pretty similar from week to week, and